Some journalists in the US and Europe keep doing this one thing. They sit across from Reza Pahlavi, the Iranian crown prince in exile, and they try to reduce him, to humiliate him. And in one of them asked today in Berlin, he asked from him straight to his face, "Are you an agent of Israel?" Not an ally, not a supporter. He said an agent, like a puppet, like someone who works for someone else. And I want you to watch what he does with that.
Of course not. But I'm a friend to Israel and the Jews, and I tell you why. Because again, as a descendant of Cyrus the Great, we take pride of the fact that the very cornerstone of human rights happened at the time that Cyrus the Great, through his cylinder, was what coined the very principles of liberty when he freed the Jewish slaves in Babylon and helped them rebuild their temples in Jerusalem. Iranians and Jews have a biblical relationship. In fact, the only two countries that can claim that. In modern history, Iran wasn't the only country in the Middle East that harbored Jews that were escaping and fighting for their rights to be restored, and that of any other religion in Iran, because one of the cornerstones of human rights should be protecting people in their freedom of religion. That's what I stand for. And I don't need to be an agent of anyone to do that, but I'm an agent of my people. I'm the agent of the Iranian people. I'm standing here because tens of millions of them asked me to be their voice, to talk to people like you today and explain their vision of the future.
You see, he doesn't flinch. He doesn't get cold or defensive or sarcastic. He just tells the truth flat out. He says, "I'm not an agent of Israel. I'm an ally." And then he goes straight to history, because the relationship between Iranians and Jews didn't start a couple of months ago. It goes back to Cyrus the Great, the Persian king. When the journalist reaches for that word agent, trying to shrink him, trying to make him look like a puppet, he doesn't reject it. I love that. He picks it up and turns it around. He says, "I'm not an agent of another country or government," probably because he's way bigger than that. But you're right. I am an agent of the Iranian people. I mean, same word, completely different world. And what moves me about that isn't just his mannerisms and diplomatic skills, it's how he handles an attack like this, and it's not his first time, and what it means for us Iranians. These 7 years, Iranians have been constantly misrepresented by people who had nothing to do with who we actually are. Those who have been showing up in media and the stage of politics, misrepresenting us constantly, the Iranian regime and those politicians. Uneducated, rude, lame. That's far from who Iranians actually are and historically have been. And then the world watched and thought, okay, that's Iran. That humiliation isn't just political. It's personal for us, especially when you immigrate and people judge your nationality by what they have seen from your country on TV. It's something you carry. And this man walks into a hostile interview and in one answer gives some of that dignity back. Although you don't need your dignity back, dignity is there, and media is just a coverage. And as an Iranian woman watching that, I felt something I don't feel enough. I felt pride. And I know I'll continue feeling that way. Long live Pahlavi, long live Iran. Free Iran, and you're gonna have the better world.